Eustace. Your room is ready, child. Enjoy your stay. When human beings die, they are eaten by worms. But when worms die, who eats them? Not human beings, surely. Here's a little poem that might help. The Worm. I am a little worm who's as happy as can be. There's only one place on the earth that really worries me. It's in a human stomach, a bubbling with acid. It brings my skin out in a rash and makes me rather flaccid. This is the Visitor's Book, where all the grisly tales of all my wicked guests are written down. Want to see why one of these bad children is down here? This is Eustace Colon's story. I call it The Worm. Eustace Colon ate worms because Eustace Colon liked upsetting people, especially his little sister Evie. Her reaction was always so amusingly over the top that he bought himself a worm farm to supply his sister teasing program. When the family ate spaghetti for supper, he would wait until Evie had finished. Oh dear, I seem to have lost some worms. I do hope they weren't hiding on your plate, Evie. When she was sitting on the loo, he'd push worms under the door. Quick, Evie, save yourself, the worms are stampeding. And every night when they brushed their teeth together, she would use toothpaste and he would use worms. La 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 la. It's finally happened. The worms have taken over the asylum. His parents did everything they could to stop him. Eating worms will kill you. They'll block up your belly and stop things passing through. You'll blow up like a balloon and explode. You're human. Leave the worms for the birds and fishes. Maybe I am a bird or a fish. Oh, what is this fluttering under my T-shirt? Is it a pair of wings? No, look, Mummy, it's fins. Sometimes I don't know what we did to deserve a son like you. You had my sister and she took my place. It wasn't Evie's fault that she'd been born. Why couldn't Eustace learn to share his parents? The old dog next door barked in agreement. Thank you, Crumble. I know you're my friend. Gosh, what is that? That was revenge. Have you never heard of the expression, you are what you eat? Yes, if I eat sprouts, I'll grow a lot. If I eat peas, someone will have to flush me down the toilet. Don't be so rude. If you were to turn into a worm, your life would be at an end. Why? Because you wouldn't have arms, legs, eyes, ears, hair, taste, or brains. And if you went outdoors, the birds would eat you. That's really likely to happen, isn't it? Excuse me. That rather depended on what Evie did with that white worm. That night, she popped it into her brother's worm farm and in the morning played her plan to a T. Oh, Eustace, I brought you some breakfast. Get out. I just wanted to say sorry for screaming so loudly yesterday. I was hoping we could call a truce. You know, I'm nice to you, so you're nice to me. Oh, look, is that a new worm in your worm farm? Being casual was all part of her plan. It's really disgusting, and it's eating the pink ones. Oh, Eustace, no, please don't eat that horrible white worm in front of me or I'll scream. Prepare to scream then. You don't know where that's been. But I do. The white worm was a tapeworm, a greedy worm that hooks itself into the guts of its host and feeds on the food in its stomach. Within seconds, Eustace had his face in the fridge. Why am I so hungry all of a sudden? But hunger soon gave way to excruciating pain. Gosh, I've never seen one as big as that. I've heard of a tapeworm that size being found in Africa, but that was pulled out of an elephant. I'm gonna split, aren't I? It's gonna keep getting bigger till I split down the middle. I know how to get rid of it. If the worm is in his stomach, why don't we stick a harpoon up his bottom and blow its brains out? I'm not going to lie to you, Eustace. If that tapeworm doesn't get a lot of food soon, it's going to start eating you. And if it starts eating you, you're going to die. Or, and I'm very much skipping around in the furthest fields of medical theory here, it could turn into you. You mean my son will become a tapeworm? Absolutely. So I want you to watch out for any unusual signs, like, for example, if he should accidentally get cut in half, both halves of him leading independent lives. What about my tongue turning white and filling up my mouth? No, that's not your tongue. That's the tip of the tapeworm's tail. Realising that they had to get some food into Eustace's belly fast to stop the tapeworm eating him, Mr. and Mrs. Colon rushed straight to the supermarket. But by the time they arrived, it was too late. Gangway! It's a boy who's a worm! It's a boy who's two worms! It's a freak! Freak! Destroy the worm! Scared that whatever Eustace had might be catching, the mob wanted him extinct. Just drive. But what about Eustace's other half? He doesn't need it, he's a worm. He can stay alive like this. Drive! Yo, get Eustace upstairs. I'll hold off the mob. And yo can stop smiling. Can I help you? Yes, we've come to dispose of your son for being a worm. There must be some mistake. No, I saw him cut in half and both halves live. But my son is upstairs in bed with a cold. Has been all day. You're welcome to come upstairs, though, and see for yourself. Had Eustace not been wearing a woolly hat and pyjamas, and had his face not been painted back on, the mob would have seen a white tapeworm sitting up in bed. As it was, it saw only a sick boy muffled up against the cold. Oh dear, there seems to have been a mistake. Please accept our apologies. No apology needed. Mistakes happen. Think no more about it. Even so, I do feel bad. I'd like to make it up to you before I go. I used to be a nurse, you see. You can't examine him. He's infectious. But we could open a window. Don't interfere. But the little girl's right. Fresh air is nature's free medicine. Oh, right. I'll do it. And while the mob quietly dispersed, she completed her revenge by opening the window like a good little nurse. The following morning, Mr. and Mrs. Colon were woken by a phone call from the police. A girl on a horse had found Eustace's pyjamas and hat in a field 3 miles from the house. And when they checked his bedroom, he was gone. Oh, come on! You must have worked out what happened to him. Let's just say 23 blackbirds swooped through that bedroom window and helped themselves to the largest worm supper they've ever had. Oh, such a shame. For me, I mean. I wanted Eustace alive so I could go fishing and use him to catch me a whale. Oh!